It's interesting because I just observed what she was doing. And in her frame of mind, there was no reality in which the people did not buy because her performance. And if we look at someone that's more new in business, they may say, oh my gosh, this because of me, I stuck. I'm never doing this again. So the way that she just observed it was, I know that this isn't me. It was the fact that they were able to engage in this way, the way that the meeting was set up. I didn't have my moderator the way I did the first one, and they didn't take it personally, and they were already excited about the third.
So my question is, I want to dedicate the first 90 minutes of my day to impact the next 90 days of my work life in my business. And I want to dedicate it to that one activity that increases, like Shanee said. How can I focus that effort on scaling out the reach? I'm a chess coach. So I do personal coaching, I do one-on-one coaching. And how do I scale out to help more people? I need
ideas. You came to the right person. One idea is creating video. You teach them how to play chess better, I'm assuming?
start playing and then how to be better.
Okay, so there's probably like 100 YouTube videos that you could create. First of all, how to think of chess, or what the purpose of chess is, because I think people just go into it, I want to just beat the opponent. And yes, that's true, but there's probably so much you have to say about that and the strategy behind it. Should you play only against other humans or also with AI? If the problem is skill, the way that I would do it is I would focus on my top 20% clients. And are they new or are they experienced chess players in your situation?
Top 20% they're new, but they have not really had the time to check it out. And so now they want to check it out and they found a teacher.
Okay. And do they want to just play on the weekends or do they actually want to compete?
Most of them just want to explore the subject. What the heck is chess? So they just want to, first of all, explore. Then maybe they have those dreams. They wanted to compete, but with studying. And the whole thing now is they are seeing rules and big people and all.
Yeah, if I were you, I would start with some YouTube and then maybe create an on-demand product. Maybe it could be chess to make you a better CEO or chess for beginners or how to play against AI. But I think that the first step is I would just practice with YouTube, get really good at creating videos, and then I would do some on-demand products. And that alone should help you scale.
Thank you, Shanee. That helps a lot.
How do you feel about that? Is it doable with your bandwidth or what?
Absolutely.
Okay. So just go to YouTube and do chess for beginners. And I would almost watch the top 10 videos and audit them and make them more personalized for your clientele. So if your clientele are CEOs and maybe they're good at strategy, but they just want to do this to have fun, or maybe they want to just get their mind out of the business to increase their creativity or maybe get good ideas, you want to infuse that messaging, but you want to look at what's already doing well. For a lot of these videos, how do they introduce themselves? How long is the video? And then just start that as a reference point.
Thank you, Shanee. This helps a lot.
How CEOs can play chess with their kid. I would watch that one. That'd be a good one.
Yeah, I think chess for a lot of people who are smart is something they want to tap into, but they just think they're too busy or maybe they're afraid. I would see a lot of smart people be afraid to fail at the beginning. So I think also here on LinkedIn, specifically, I think you have an audience where you have a very interesting topic around showing how maybe failing in chess is normal and the cycles we spoke about earlier as part of a growth mindset, how that is part of the journey in chess. I think that those are very interesting topics. And then yesterday on YouTube, I just seen these people who play chess with random strangers, and then it looks like they're a beginner, they're really a master. Like you could maybe do something like that online. I would have to think about how to do that, but where you just basically play a few chess moves with strangers, right? And then you make a commentary around that. I think there's very little content creation in your space, and you could quickly see a lot of attention towards your craft.
Yeah, and I'll add to that. So on LinkedIn, I highly recommend you create your LinkedIn newsletter, and you can create up to 5 different LinkedIn newsletters on your personal page. So it could be chess for beginners, chess for CEOs, play chess with your kids, and each of them can have different subscribers and then only be sent to those subscribers. And that'll also work well with your YouTube because a lot of your YouTube videos may actually start to rank with Google searches, and that applies also to the LinkedIn newsletters as well.
Thank you. Thank you, Moret. Thank you, Shankar.
You're welcome. And I believe there was a study somewhere, I forgot who did it, but they did do a study, and the children in the beginning, before they learned the rules or something, they didn't care if they made a mistake or they looked foolish with their moves. But once they learned the rules, they would question their moves more because they didn't want to seem stupid. I got to find that study, but I've heard of it with chess.
So I run a design agency. The reason I was quite interested into this audio podcast kind of thing, because it was about growth mindset. This is one of the first things that I always see and consciously always what was myself. Okay, I would not put my mind into a victim mode. Since we are all business owners, we are put on our own business. But you always have to think about our mind should not put into a victim mode that we are trying something, it's not happening. So far, Victor, thanks for allowing me here. I have some questions also.
Yeah, go ahead and ask your first question. Before you do, I actually want to tap into what you just said because it's so true. I've experienced it where a client has a live and the purpose of their live is to get business. They get 7 leads, but they're closing clients and the purpose has been fulfilled. But they may look at something like how many people were actually on the live. It wasn't as high as they wanted, and they'll get caught into that negativity. Versus one of my clients who's extremely successful, she's learning something new, entering a completely new business. She did one of her second lives, and the excitement that came, she sold on her first live and she tried something new on her second. They stayed to the end, 100% engagement all the way to the end, but they didn't buy. And it's interesting because I just observed what she was doing. And in her frame of mind, there was no reality in which the people did not buy because her performance. And if we look at someone that's more new in business, they may say, oh my gosh, this because of me, I stuck. I'm never doing this again. It's because they don't think I'm an expert, so on and so forth. So the way that she just observed it was, I know that this isn't me. It was the fact that they were able to engage in this way, the way that the meeting was set up. I didn't have my moderator the way I did the first one. And they didn't take it personally. And they were already excited about the third. They weren't afraid to fail again. And I think that, again, that's why that person is so successful. And that's why some people, if they don't get what they expect on all arenas, even in their first attempt of something, they may never do it again. So I think that what you said is very powerful. So go ahead with your question, because I just wanted to add that.
Acceptable sharing. Do you like your perspective? Definitely. We all have to try our best, whatever we have. So I have a pattern that I follow. I always see what is in my control. Which is not in my control, I cannot do anything. So I consciously see if this thing that I'm trying to do, these are the things are in my control. These are the things are not in my control. So I try to put effort into those things which are in my. So now coming back to my question is, see, I'm coming from a B2B sales section in which we deliver services and solutions to our major target audience is mostly B2B audience. The major challenge is most of the sales is B2B via relationships. It's not something most B2B customers that I have seen in my experience. Don't buy any YouTube videos or Instagram videos or some form of video. They want to build relationships based on that. And I'm trying to do day in, day out, but things are not going in the right direction.
Okay, so when you say build a relationship, what does that mean to you?
Build relationship means knowing each other. When B2B customer client comes to us, they know each other after a few times. If they know me or to my known, then they try to approach. Else they go away or find some other one known to them.
Yeah, so you would say that they trust you. I'm going to give you a different perspective because the way that I see the personal brand, the videos and all that stuff that you talk about is just the way that I see it is I'm just building trust at scale. So even if I do the videos and that just gets 10 more potential B2B partners to agree to a meeting with me in person, and it's actually the in-person meeting that tips them over, then for me, it's still valuable to do the videos. They may not go from the video. There's probably a ton of businesses where the model is just the video to the form. I know that a great person in the B2B space on LinkedIn is Chris Walker, and videos are his main driver to a forum, to a call. I think that focusing on anything that can accelerate trust, in your case, is top priority. That will be personal brand consistently. What the brand will also give you is an entry point for you to associate yourself with other top people that they also trust. So if you are able to interview or do a live video or something with somebody that is super respected in the B2B space, then you're going to basically borrow that third-party authority. But it's hard to get those people to get on a call with you, to do a podcast with you, to do a live event with you, if you don't have anything to offer them, which is visibility. And it's hard to get the visibility without the content. And you may say, I'm not going to do content. Then the question becomes, how many relationships are you trying to build a month? Let's say that you're doing 10 meetings. I would say do 50. You go to 10 networking events, try to go to 50. You're just accelerating the chances of you building those relationships. And with B2B, you're typically not talking about small deals. And you're the type of person that you just said, you love to focus on what you can control. In a world where you create, let's say, 3 YouTube style videos a week, that's within your control. If it just gets you 1 extra B2B client a year, then it's worth it because you never know whether that one B2B client will refer you to 3 others or will be the biggest B2B client that you've ever had. And if you just get 1, it's worth it because the accounts tend to be, and if you do none, then you're just not accelerating anything. Also, when it comes to networking, a lot of what brand will give you is you won't just be the one in the audience, you'll be the one on the stage. And a lot of that will come inbound. I hope you get the point, Pratham. Just do everything you can to accelerate trust. So for everyone, thank you for joining the room. I appreciate you for listening in today. God bless you, and we'll see you next time.